Pawtucket hockey game. I can't even imagine the horror that the parents who were in the stands felt being separated from their children on the ice, because that's your first impulse, is get your child, right? There was a shooting that left 2 people dead and 3 others injured on Monday at a hockey game, junior hockey game. The man had a history of family disputes, some involving conflict over his, you guessed her, gender identity. Robert Dorgan. You notice these guys in the American media are doing something the Canadian media refused to do, and that is appropriately describe the shooter. Robert Dorgan is accused of opening fire at a Pawtucket hockey rink, killing at least 2 family members, again, another trans family annihilator, and injuring 3 others in what authority described as a family dispute. Dorgan then shot and killed himself. He had previously described himself as Roberta, although since this is American news, they don't bother even acknowledging that until 3 paragraphs down. They say court documents show his gender identity played a role in multiple family disputes over the years. Wash, rinse, repeat. In early 2020, Dorgan went to the North Providence Police Department and reported he had recently undergone gender reassignment surgery and that his father-in-law wanted him out of their North Providence home because of it. Dorgan told police that his father-in-law, who shares the same surname, threatened to have him murdered by an Asian street gang if he did not move out of the residence. Well, Dorgan, who said he had lived at the home for 7 years, told police that the father-in-law used a derogatory term for transgender individuals to say no such person was going to stay in my house. At the same time, Dorgan's then-wife, Rhonda Dorgan, filed for divorce. Under grounds for divorce, Rhonda initially wrote gender reassignment surgery, narcissistic personality disorder traits. Those reasons were then crossed out and replaced with irreconcilable differences, which caused the immediate breakdown of the marriage. Although, that's the legal reason, but she was right the first time.
He started to transition and she just went, nope. They had children together and she just went, nope.
Yeah, in 2020, he accused his mother of assaulting him and acting in a violent, threatening, or tumultuous manner. The mother was charged with simple assault, battery, and disorderly conduct. And the case was a point of contention in the dispute with his father-in-law. It goes on and on, but who could have seen this coming except everybody?
Literally everybody. So the thing that this shooter and the Tumbler Ridge shooter have in common is that they shot their families first. This is also pertinent in the La Loche massacre of January 2016 in Saskatchewan.
Look at
shot family first. Look at
Robert
this guy.
Dorgan.
Look at this guy. And they say, were there any red flags that we might have missed? Well, maybe this one. Maybe this one. But the crazy thing is the mainstream media wants us to look away from that part of the individual. Not even, listen, this was just a part of who they were. It wasn't, no, at what point are we going to acknowledge that families are at families and children
They're at risk.
Are at disproportionate risk for violence by trans people? At what point? At what point? Who wants to say it?
We don't have to get very far down that road because never forget Alice Michael Joseph Atwood. I have to be so careful because we did a video on this and I had it taken down because then it was hit with a publication ban. So wish me luck talking about this. But we're just going to show something from X. So Alice Michael Joseph Atwood sliced his allegedly, although he seems pretty open about talking about it. Actually, maybe we can show the video he posted to X. Olivia, if you could find that before we get into the man confronting him. So this is the video that he posted. I did a video on this, then it was hit with a publication ban, probably rightfully so to protect the victims. Okay. But this gent is breaking the publication ban because he took to his social media to discuss how he is, by the way, oot and a boot free out on
roaming
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 the
around
streets.
roaming around neighborhoods with a van that says every child matters.
Yeah, as our
Like,
friend Gavin McInnes points out, Tamara Leach spent 50 days in jail. Pastors spent weeks in jail. I think Pastor James Coates spent 35-ish days in jail for reopening his church. This guy was like catch and release, back out.
his kids were the children were still in the hospital
Yeah,
when he
and he
was
was out, slit an
in intensive
8-year-old's
care.
throat,
In
allegedly,
intensive care.
allegedly. Okay, so let's
Mhm.
show the video that he posted of himself saying, "Don't worry, everything's fine that I'm out on the street with you." And this is like, post this the same day that
Tumblr Ridge.
well, not as Tumblr Ridge last week, but I think he posted this the same day that somebody went crazy in Pawtucket. So
Oh
anyways,
God.
let's watch his video.
Okay.
Good morning. It's your favorite hobo you love to hate. I
God.
just wanted to do a check-in, let people know that I am being safe, I'm being secure. I have taken care of my needs, and I am
Oh good.
just chilling until I actually go for my sentencing. And yeah, I did kind of realize that we do have a highly unique opportunity here, whereas I'm someone who did something heinous and I'm on social media, whereas pretty much all the other people who do something heinous get locked in a box and blocked out
Like
from
Tamara.
society, and they don't get to talk to them. So, like,
What is going on? The double standard.
does it put me at risk? I'm already at risk.
Oh, you guys.
So whatever, I guess. Yeah, sure it does, but also I know that I'm going to do everything in my part to not hurt anyone else in society.
Oh,
for sure.
I feel better already.
Like, nope, I'm good. That was a horrible, horrible, horrible error and a bad decision that I made, and I shouldn't have ever done it. I never will do it again, and if I could rewrite history and make it so I didn't do it, I would. But that's not going to happen, so I definitely have to answer for it, and we just have to, I guess, deal with it. So what do you think? What should we do with this opportunity? Because since we're connecting. Anyway,
I don't want
that's
to.
That's all. Peace, love, and unicorns. Alice Michael.
Peace, love, and unicorns. The whole point is, sir, that I don't want to connect with you, not at all. Not on any level, not in any situation, not with my kids, not by myself, not in a washroom, a prison, a shelter. Never. I never want to have anything to do with you. If you were walking down the sidewalk, I would cross the road to avoid you, sir. Like, that is the whole point here. And here this guy is just roaming around the streets of Canada.
I'm posting on social media about how he's in danger. Good sir, you allegedly slit your 8-year-old's throat. Actually, I believe he's admitting to it. What do you mean you're in danger? We're in danger.
Holy Hannah. That's literally terrifying. That's nightmare juice right there for Canadian women.
Could you feel the demonic vibes? Like
the laughing, the maniacal laughing.
Yeah, it's the maniacal cackle. Yeah, my son messaged me over the weekend and he's like, "Mom, you and the grandmas were right, and everything is satanic, and church and gardening is cool." And I was like, yeah, thank you. Yes, we did know that.
Thanks for coming around. Yeah.
This fella, this everybody's favorite hobo, as he describes himself. I'm not sure I have a favorite hobo, but if I did, not that guy. A Calgary man saw this very identifiable maniac on the street and
in Calgary,
roaming the streets of Calgary.
His crime was committed in British Columbia, was it? Or no, it wasn't. It was Edmonton.
No, I think it was Grand Prairie, maybe?
Grand
Northern
Prairie.
Alberta.
That's it. Yes, thank you. Yes.
So now
So
he's
in
Calgary's
Calgary.
problem.
Okay.
So let's watch this.
These Calgary men found the monster at a gas station. Watch this.
Is you? This is you, right? That's you? That's me. What happened, bro?
Explain yourself.
Huh? What happened? What happened? Huh?
Look, I want to talk about it. I don't want to.
Yeah, let's talk.
All right,
let's talk.
I want to be on video.
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, what happened?
The only way I'll do it on video is if you guys pay me $60 right now.
Shut the fuck up. We're not paying you shit. I'll slap the fuck out of you.
Monetizing it.
I'll do it for no.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. You acting like that's just. You think that's just cool, bro?
No.
So what the fuck you talking about? Yeah, bro.
Oh
Goofy ass
my
nigga.
God.
Goofy ass nigga. Car's not even started. Look at this pussy.
Look at this part.
Panicking.
Gender
Car's not even
fluid.
started, bitch. Goofy ass nigga.
Oh, that
He's
is that's nightmare material. I'm sorry, that's nightmare material, and he'll do it for $60. Look,
Monetizing it.
is there nobody with a butterfly net that could just go grab him off the streets so the people of Calgary don't have to contend with this? No?
Yeah, they are like poisonous lizards, though, in that they're bright and everything they do is like loud and obnoxious. So to stay away from them. The more brightly colored the creature, the further away from them you should get.
Nature has ways of warning. Yes, and that vehicle and the person inside it is just a rolling, walking, talking red flag.
But also despicable that his first impulse is to monetize his crime against a child.
Well,
That's John Wayne Gacy painting clowns
that's
baloney.
a true story. That is a true story. I'll explain myself if you pay me.
$60.
Ooh, that's really monstrous. That's really monstrous.
That guy's lucky that guy didn't grab him and try to pull him through that crack in his window.
Well, and I'm thankful they didn't, and that it was a fairly gracious interaction. I'm really proud of those guys that were holding the camera, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't even imagine if that was my boy. Or my daughter, for that matter. Yeah.
But you know what? If this guy was in my neighborhood, I'd sure as hell want to know it. So good on these guys, so that the people of Calgary can be on higher alert. He's mobile. He's in a van. He can go anywhere. He could be. I mean, this is the exact wrong guy to have roaming the public. To be completely honest, where children and women are like.
It sounds like he's pled guilty, although I don't know the disposition of his case because he said he's awaiting sentencing. So did he have an early guilty plea? If he had an early guilty plea, perhaps the judge could have had him stay in the community
or
with some conditions, because he said he described himself as a hobo. So, and it looks like he's living out of that car.
Transient,
so he's just
yes.
Like he's got nowhere he needs to be.
Yeah. I mean, it's really quite frightening. It's really quite frightening.